Every time I'm on the plane flying into Chicago and I see the skyline, I get chills, I get antsy, I get excited. I just love the success that the city is getting because they deserve it. There's not a bigger team in Chicago than the Chicago Blackhawks. This team is as much as a dynasty as you can get in the modern cap era.
The city has really embraced the Hawks, and it's something that 8 years ago we were irrelevant, and now you can walk down any street in any city around the world and see Blackhawk paraphernalia. It's something about people. If you can play hard and try your hardest, these fans are going to get behind you.
The fun we have on and off the ice is really what separates us.
They came in the locker room and told me I was going in and probably turned white as a ghost.
Oh, what a stop by Stanley!
It seemed like every time you turned around, Kaner was scoring a big goal.
Oh, what a play by Patrick Kane!
Guys that step up in those big moments.
Hawks win!
He doesn't want to lose. He'll do whatever it takes to win. That was like our Game 7. We needed to win that game. You want to hug everybody. You want to see everybody.
It was just the coolest moment in my hockey life.
The city of Chicago and its adoring hockey fans had high hopes of capturing a second straight Stanley Cup in the spring of 2014. The Blackhawks battled the rival Los Angeles Kings for 7 grueling games in the Western Conference Final, only to have their hearts broken in double overtime of the series finale.
Puck comes out to Martinez. Martinez with a shot. It's in! The Kings are headed to the Stanley Cup Final!
The devastation, I think, for them losing made them realize how hard and how tough it was to get into that position to almost get to the Stanley Cup Final and then not reach your goal that you were looking for.
We had a great opportunity to get another championship, but a finish like that, it's tough, of course.
You know, I think losing last year definitely gave the guys motivation coming into this season. We wanted to get back to that point and give ourselves an opportunity to win a Stanley Cup.
There's a competitive drive to keep being the best, but I think also everyone just committed to playing that team game, to doing whatever it takes to win.
Over the summer, the team made a significant investment in what it believed was the first step towards bringing Lord Stanley back home.
Today is also a day about a mutual commitment. Our organization commitment to Johnny and Patrick making a commitment back to our organization. We realize that our strength is being together. You have become two of the symbols of the renaissance of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Looking back at the last 8 years, there's a lot of special things that have happened here, so pretty easy decision just to be part of this franchise for another 8 years. It's going to be exciting. I think for us, it was very special to be able to sign contracts like that and to be assured that we'll be a part of this Blackhawks team and this organization for a number of years to come.
Jonathan and Patrick, they're on their way up. They're only going to get better. So for, 8 more years, we got them at the prime of their career, and Chicago's going to be their home. And the nice thing about it is they've embraced the city, and the city's embraced them.
In addition to signing their 2 superstars, Coach Q was instrumental in convincing former Ranger Brad Richards to come to Chicago.
We went over, what he can do for our team. I think he brought some real good experience, had some skill. We were looking for a second-line scoring type of center.
We talked a couple times, and he said to come to Chicago, we'll win a cup. It's just an opportunity. I just couldn't pass it up.
Behind the bench, the Blackhawks added former Quenneville teammate Kevin Dineen to help with the forwards and power play.
Then let's pop out to the side. 2 low looks with a high shot here and a back door there, okay? Those will be our 2 looks on the ice, okay? 10:25, we'll get going.
With new players and personnel added, the team was excited to get back to training camp and start a fresh season.
All right, boys, so let's play it one game at a time. Start to finish, play the same way. Everybody excited, all right? All right, man. All right.
The Chicago Blackhawks begin their 82-game march toward another shot at retaking Lord Stanley from all others tonight here in Dallas.
Physical, let's go. We're playing hard tonight.
Chicago's season began the same way the last one had ended, with nervous anticipation.
Oh, 1 mouse, we're hot here. Kane takes the puck at center ice, carries it in over the Stars line, slows down the slot, Deeks to the backhand. It's a goal. Hawks win. They win the shootout 1-0, and they win this hockey game by a final score of 3-2.
Cater, nice job there, kid. Big win. Gonna work Kente. Taser, nice goal. Let's go.
With a shootout win in the books, the Blackhawks headed back to Chicago for their home opener. The players arrived in style by walking the red carpet in front of United Center.
You know what would be awesome? A good prank? Rip, like your pants rip and you have like Spider-Man underwear on or something. Next. Oh, I'm so nervous.
It's a tight group, you know, family-oriented, and, you know, all the guys are sticking together through thick and thin, and always a lot of fun, always having a good time.
We get along so well as a team, and obviously it's a deep, skilled team, but the fun we have on and off the ice is really what separates us, I think.
It is worse than I thought. Oh, who did that? What? Who cut your hair? I paid some guy. It's horrible.
Taser, Siebes, Dunks, Kaner, Sharpie, those guys have been together for a long time, and not only are they great hockey players, but they're great friends off the ice, and they know how to talk to each other and push each other to new levels. Through friendship and understanding, you have these best players in the world, always giving this organization a chance to win.
Way better than that. That's forget about the score. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a challenge, boys. It's a challenge. Let's go do it here.
Chicago was off to a great start.
Peanut butter.
And by the end of November, they were sitting comfortably in second place.
Backdoor Susan!
When Corey Crawford suffered an injury and was likely to miss the next 4 weeks of play. Help arrived from the AHL's Rockford Ice Hogs when Scott Darling, a Chicago native, was recalled. The rookie goaltender had traveled an unconventional path on his way to the NHL.
Including call-ups. Let's say I went from Louisiana Ice Gators, to Reading Royals, Florida Everblades, Mississippi River Kings, Las Vegas Wranglers, Wheeling Nailers, Wichita Thunder, Cincinnati Cyclones, Charlotte Checkers, Hamilton Bulldogs, Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, Milwaukee Admirals, Rockford Ice Hogs, not Chicago Blackhawks. So it's been a pretty fun ride.
You know, one thing led to another. I got a few early opportunities this season to come up and get my first NHL games in, and a dream come true. He's quick for a big guy, and obviously gives us that confidence in a backup goaltender that I wouldn't say necessarily everyone had.
Darling added stability between the pipes while sharing goaltending duties with Antti Ranta, and Chicago continued their winning play.
Boys, big win, boys. Big win, way to work, Haas.
When tragedy struck. Clint Reif, the Blackhawks' assistant equipment manager, suddenly passed away.
Just regarding the news one.
Tough day, certainly. Our hearts and our prayers go out to Kelly and the 4 children, our training staff, the trainers for fraternity, which is tight as any fraternity out in any field. You know, they all lost a brother today, so tough day. Great guy.
With heavy hearts, the Blackhawks carried on and began the new year in Washington, D.C. to take on the Capitals in the NHL Winter Classic.
Playing with the Blackhawks, you get a chance and an opportunity to play in some big games. Going to Washington this year, it was a great atmosphere for the game.
The signal is given, and this Winter Classic is underway.
Trotters should have been going through.
Taken and fed out in front side of the net. Score! Sod!
There's tick, here's tack, and there's goal.
Hey! Ovechkin tried to follow up. Loose puck. Shot. Score! It's Brouwer! And it's 3-2 with 12.9 to go.
Tough way it finished, but great experience nonetheless.
Did you get that goal, bro?
It's not a good feeling. We want to come in and steal 2 points from them in their own building. We're going to get back into what we normally do as a team and focus on the next game. That's all we can really worry about.
Chicago entered 2015 atop the Central Division, but the loss to Washington marked the beginning of a frustrating slide.
And the Dallas Stars win this one tonight 6-3. And this nightmare ends as the Blackhawks fall to defeat here this afternoon 6-2.
After a stretch in late February where they dropped 5 of 7, Chicago found themselves in third and forced to deal with another obstacle.
Patrick Kane takes a nasty hit. No chance for him to protect himself.
When I got hit there, I was just kind of thinking that hopefully they tell me it's not too bad and I'll be out in a short amount of time.
You just got the news, Patrick Kane undergoing surgery or underwent surgery. It looks like he'll be out 12 weeks.
Here, 10 to 12 weeks, Achilles inside.
Now you're dealing with a situation where you don't even know if Kane's going to be back and ready for the postseason.
And he was basically the guy, and in a lot of ways was carrying our team for a big stretch of games.
Kane can't get a shot away. Now he does. He shoots. He scores!
Kane, what a shot! Peanut butter!
Patrick Kane's the offensive igniter for the Blackhawks. When he's going, there's a pretty good chance the Blackhawks are putting pucks in the net and up on the board.
The Kane beside that, put it in front. They score! And the skate of Jonas Brodin and ricocheted over the shoulder of Backstrom and into the back of the Wild net.
We're scared to death. Hey, we got to get in the playoffs here.
When he goes down, it's definitely a blow, but it gives other guys an opportunity to step up.
Second by Shaw, the near corner of Kulikov. Tabo Teravainen right circle. He scored!
It's always tough to see a player go down, but we had to keep playing.
The Panther line to keep in the slot, moves it over the side, he shoots, score!
I think it made our team better as a whole. We had to learn how to play without Kaner, and we were able to acquire Antoine Vermette, and he was huge for us down the stretch.
For the win, Burnett moving in on goal. Dixon, he scores! Hawks win! Hawks win!
Vermette wasn't the only midseason addition. Seeking depth on defense, Chicago added 4-time All-Star Kimmo Timonen from the Philadelphia Flyers. A seasoned veteran still searching for his first Stanley Cup championship. For the Finnish defenseman, being on the ice at all was cause for celebration after blood clots had developed in his lungs and leg the previous summer.
In August, I was in the hospital, and, chances of me coming back were really small. And I was really excited about this opportunity, and, it was kind of a dream come true.
The club's latest acquisitions couldn't replace Patrick Kane, but they did provide a much-needed spark.
We won some tight games. We had to play a little bit smarter, a little bit more defensive-minded, and then we won some key games at the right time.
Hawks win! controlled this game from start to finish.
Have a lot of energy out here tonight.
And Nichols smokes him with a body check, and down goes Hansen.
Shots, traffic, second opportunities right back at the net here.
There's a shot, he score! It may have hit Nickel on the way in, I believe it did, and it's 1-0 Hawks.
Tony, nobody likes winning more than me.
As the calendar moved towards spring, Chicago had emerged from their winter slumber, winning 9 games in March in preparation for the next chapter of their season.
For the 7th consecutive season, the Chicago Blackhawks are going to the Stanley Cup playoffs, and have guaranteed themselves another shot at Lord Stanley come spring.
What got us all excited is when the playoffs began, all of a sudden Kaner's part of the picture, and he might be able to start.
No team is getting a bigger boost as the playoffs begin than Chicago is with the return of Patrick Kane.
The way he took care of himself, the way he was practicing, getting into the playoffs, we were all amazed.
It obviously takes a couple games to kind of learn how to play the game again when you're off for so long. I was just thinking that maybe you can come back, you're feeling good, and then, as time goes on, hopefully you get more comfortable playing. Took a couple good hits, and, everything felt fine, so I was excited about getting back, really.
Nashville had a great season all year.
An absolutely electric atmosphere here tonight.
Great goaltending from Pecorine, a very underrated defensive core, led by not an underrated player in Shea Weber, their captain.
It's on here at Nashville.
Nashville was a really hard series. They had a really fast team.
In comes Columbus with a championship.
We knew that Nashville was going to come out flying. They sure did.
The first game of the playoffs in Nashville, we're down 3-0 after first period, and no one panicked or anything. It was just, all right, it's not going to get any worse than this.
I was settling in for a nice long run on the bench, and after the first period, they came in the locker room and told me I was going in, and I probably turned white as a ghost.
Scott Darling is now in goal for the Chicago Blackhawks, replacing Corey Crawford.
I just tried to clear my head and play, and it ended up being an awesome game. The guys battled back. Scored 3 goals right away in the second period.
Hulsa, top of the right circle to Kane. Put it in front, short for the shot. Scores! Kane, top of the right circle again. In low to Taves, the side of the net. Jams it in on goal. He scores! It's a power play goal by the captain!
And then we were in a game, double OT, and it was awesome.
Farrell finds Wilson backdoor feed. Oh, what a stop by Darling and Ryan Ellis! Wow, that was absolutely spectacular.
7.5 gone, the second overtime period.
Hulsa along the left wing board. Put it to the line, Keith with a shot. He scores! Hawks win! Hawks win!
The very first game of the playoffs, it was kind of quite a way to get, that welcome to the playoff feeling.
Corey Crawford would return to start Game 2. But the Predators exploded for 6 goals and even the series. The teams traded goals through 2 periods of Game 3.
Now on the left wing circle, here's Rivero, fires, he scores! Hulsa over the Fred line, drop past Taves, shoots, he scores! Back home, top of the left circle, shoots, he scores! And once again, the Nashville Predators have responded with a goal inside of a minute of the Hawks' goal.
There's a lot of ups and downs in that series. There was a lot of lead changes.
Here's Saad over the Predator line, left circle, shoot, he scores! Brandon
Saad! Clinging to a lead, Darling shut down the Preds.
Yoshi turns and shoots, an opportunity for Cullen, and the save by Darling. What a save! Wraparound attempt, Darling has it.
The rookie goaltender stood tall again, earning another start in Game 4. But Chicago's inconsistent play continued.
Centering pass knocked down by Keith. They score! With 2:58 to go in the second period.
We have a tendency to kind of start slow sometimes, whether it's in the series or in a game.
Neal's calling card is a quick release and a hard shot. That might be the slowest goal he's ever scored.
That was a big game for us. You know, they're a good team, and to go out there and be able to fight back like we did, it showed a lot of character.
That's good, let's go. Also right on the money over the Predator line, right wing. Dropped it in the high slot, shoots, he scores! What a play! And we're tied at 2.
Brandon Saad plays it across. Oh, what a stop by Rene! Point blank on Marian Hossa. A game saver by Pecorine in the dying seconds of the third period. And so for the second time in the series, it's on to overtime we go.
I think there's a real comfort level for the Blackhawks once they get into overtime. Never easy. It's going to have some good opportunities from the other team. Your goaltender's going to have to come up with some big saves, which Darling was able to do. But the Blackhawks' key players, they want that opportunity to make the difference in the game.
Third overtime period, the longest game of the 2015 Stanley Cup playoffs goes on.
Whenever we go to overtime, double, triple overtime, it seems like the Hawks have played a lot of those games. Brent Seabrook's always the guy that gets involved offensively.
The boys were getting pretty tired, I think. I know I was. Canner made a great pass.
Comes back to Seabrook. He's had some big goals.
Bixie was doing a good job in front of the net, and I just tried to get the puck on net.
Take your time. Short puck back. Go. Seabrook with a try. He scores! Hawks win! Hawks win! 1 minute into triple overtime, and the Blackhawks now have a 3-games-to-1 lead.
Thankfully, we got a guy like Brent Seabrook who pretty much does all the scoring for our overtimes.
With their season on the line, Nashville responded in Game 5.
Get on him! Get on him! Here's Fisher.
A turnover to Forsberg. Philip Forsberg hat-trick. And this series is going back to Chicago.
Teams have this saying when you're on the road, even or ahead after the first period.
Got to the front, the back, and score! The Predators strike first. Cullen pulled free, right around. He scores! Matt Cullen, and it's 3-1.
Got to be thinking about Crawford right now.
Oh, he's coming, Eddie. Crawford's coming. Joel Quenneville just looked at him. Crow, you're in.
He's the reliever, and now it's time to step up for Corey Crawford.
And that's exactly what his teammates did.
Up the draw, here's a drive, they score! We're fuck up drives here, right?
Rene's got to be ready here at Michael, right on net.
Richards wins the draw, Cannon drive, he scores!
We are back to even, believe it or not, at the end of the first period.
You never want to see a guy go through what Crow had to go through in that first round. It definitely can wear on you and be tough because I'm sure he wanted to get back in the crease, and when he did, he obviously made the most of it.
Ellis, jam out of the road, a great save made by Crawford on the backhand attempt by Wilson. Tapped on along, Ribeiro gave it onto the back, and a shot, getting a piece of it with his pad was Crawford. 4:45 to go, third period.
Just slowly got better and better as that series went along. We found our playoff game that we were looking for, and eventually, we kind of took over at the end.
In the back, it's Keith. Keith makes the drive, makes it again. Drive. 2-1. The Hawks are going to the next round. And the boys are off the Hawks bench to skate down and mob Corey Crawford.
I learned a lot about mental toughness from him and consistency and preparation because, he's a machine. If he has an off night, he just lets it go, and he's like right back the next game, and it's like it never happened, and it's something that I want to have the success that he's had in this league, and I know a better role model to learn from in my first year in the NHL.
Stanley Cup playoffs, round 2.
Minnesota's a team that's getting better and better every year, harder to play against every season.
We knew we had to play a good team game to beat those guys. I think we were really prepared mentally going into that series, knowing it was going to be tough. We played them twice and beat them twice before in playoffs.
Probably the hottest team in the National Hockey League. Their goaltender, Devin Dubnyk, came out of nowhere to be a guy that competed for the Vezina Trophy.
Before January, this team was down and out, then entered Devin Dubnyk, and the rest is history.
But early in Game 1, Chicago blitzed Dubnyk and the Wild.
And here's Saul. He scores!
They had to push so hard in the second half of the season. We might have caught them there, maybe a little fatigued or a little behind.
We're getting some room.
We were able to jump on them.
Richards, nice time step there. Patrick Kane! Oh, young blood, baby. Back top of the left circle, fires Kruger, the center, and score! Marcus Kruger in front of the Wild net!
But the lead wouldn't last as Minnesota found their legs in the second period.
Good push, one in front, stop, rebound, oh! And Parise has scored!
The momentum changing a little bit here in Minnesota's favor.
Keep putting pucks at the net here.
Chicago in a little trouble here, centered, and score! And it's a tie game, can you believe it?
It's what the Blackhawks do in those situations.
Just looked like the Hawks were going to run away with this game, and maybe they thought they were.
They're a team that finds ways to win. They're not always pretty.
For the first time, Teuvo Teravainen has a Stanley Cup goal.
They're a good hockey team. You know they're going to come back. They're going to be pushing. They're going to be taking some chances. I think no lead safe in this year's playoffs.
You give the belt to Teuvo.
Program here, Game 2 program. Program here, playoff program.
Minnesota Wild looking to square this series at one, make it a best of 5.
Right here. Start moving.
Here's Olsen. He's got Taves on the run. It's on the line. It counts a goal. Eagle the pass now to Kane over the Wild line. He shoots, he scores! Patrick Kane from the right circle.
We played exactly how the coaching staff wanted us to. We played a patient game. When we played patient, we got a lot of offensive chances.
The Wild in the midst of a change, and he shot, score! Kane, the net empty. Kane grips and he shot, he scores! Kane, his second goal of the night, and that should be the final nail in the coffin.
Patrick Kane, to me, is the most electrifying, most fun player to watch on the planet.
You know, it's nice to get these 2 wins, but by no means are we satisfied. Right now, we're not really worried about numbers or anything like that. We're worried about taking care of business, getting the wins.
I think where his game has changed the most, he's become a much more complete player over the course of the last couple of years. He's not a pass-first guy anymore. I think that's what's elevated him to being one of the elite players in the entire league.
He's got everything that you wish you could have yourself.
To Sharp at center ice, to Shaw over the Wild line, to Kane left circle, shoots, he scores! Patrick Kane, who came into this game with a 5-game point streak, making 6 straight games.
And it's a 3-0 series lead for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Thank you.
You know, I thought that was maybe our best series, the way that we played.
Blackhawks trying to execute a sweep here.
Hit him, hit him, hit him!
Oh, boys! Put it over to Seabrook, over the Wild line, down the right wing. He shoots, he scores! And that one surprised Devin Dubnyk. Deals it back in. It is Taves trying to play it in front. Battle for it by Shaw. He scores!
Let's face it, the Hawks, they are a juggernaut. They do the big things well, and they do the little things well.
Bickle over the Wild line to Kane, left circle, shoots! He scores! Patrick Kane from an impossible angle! What a 2-on-1 and a huge goal for the Blackhawks.
It seemed like every time you turned around, Kaner was scoring a big goal. Without him, who knows how that series turns out.
He definitely went out there and made things happen. He was feeling it. Everything that touched his stick in that series was going in.
He really dominated. He scored in every game. Coming off an injury, I think Nashville was feeling his way through a little bit. He just kept getting better, and then, you know, it kind of took off in that Minnesota series.
Hawks win! Hawks win! The Chicago Blackhawks will go to the Western Conference Final.
Good series, buddy. Good series.
It was nice to get by them, and, you know, even though it was a sweep, it was still a pretty tough series. There was a lot of one-goal games.
The quick series came at a cost. Michael Roosevelt, one of Chicago's steadiest defensemen, broke his leg, sidelining him for the remainder of the playoffs. The road to the Stanley Cup once again ran through Southern California. But this time it was the top-seeded Anaheim Ducks who stood in the way.
Anaheim was probably a team that I had a lot of respect for them and knew how good they were before the series, but that was one of the toughest series I've been a part of.
The Blackhawks knew that it was going to be a different animal. Minnesota's a fast, quick team, but nowhere near the size or the physicality of the Anaheim Ducks.
And let's meet some of the protagonists, Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry.
It was an interesting matchup to watch because you have big, strong, mean, physical, and Perry and Getzlaf. Guys that want to hurt you physically, that also can put the puck in the net. And then you have Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane, who are, their thinking man's tough. They're not going to hurt you physically, but they're going to wear you down. They're not going to quit. And sometimes guys that are like that are harder to play against because you're going to tire out trying to get them to quit.
The West Final is underway. On the opening shift for the Blackhawks, along without Michael Roosevelt.
Even without one of their top defensemen, Chicago overpowered the Ducks early in Game 1.
Save is made by Anderson. Scramble in the crease.
This is just constant pressure all over the ice.
Ducks could not clear. An opportunity for Kane. Out the front over the net.
I'm right there, right? Chances to be had.
Chicago mounted a furious attack, outshooting Anaheim 16-7. But it was the Ducks who struck first.
Drop it back. Lindholm scores! The Blackhawks trail for the first time in 23 days. Thompson, he scores! Here's a break for Cogliano, moving in, a shot, save, rebound, score! The Game 1 victory belongs to the Anaheim Ducks over the Chicago Blackhawks in the Western Conference Final Series. The final 4-1.
All hearts and flowers right now for Anaheim. Convincing Game 1 win. Perfect at home in the postseason.
That was a tough team to play against.
We knew that it's going to be a tough series. They had played so good all year, and we knew we had to play our best hockey to have a chance against them.
Up for Toews, a bit of traffic in front. Keith scores!
Richards, top of the right circle, shoots! They score!
The Blackhawks scored a pair of power play goals to begin Game 2. But Anaheim countered, chipping away at Chicago's lead.
Yeah!
Corey Perry gets the goal. We're tied.
The series was so close. The games were so close. And now you get into overtime. Anything can happen.
Shot with a shot, the blocker saved by Anderson.
Oh my God!
Perry coming wide off the goalpost.
Come get the puck,
Fowler. For Boston, off the goalpost. Second post hit by the Ducks in overtime.
He will go to a second period of sudden death overtime.
One cycle and then a cutback because they're so tired.
This is Kruger in front for Shaw, and it's saved by Anderson.
Midway through the second overtime, Andrew Shaw appeared to bring an epic Game 2 to a sudden, unorthodox end.
I think Taser took it to the net, and the rebound came up, and
Toews, top of the right circle to Kane, bottom of the right circle, cuts in front, fires! They score! It's Andrew Shaw! The puck bounced up into the air!
I think he headbutted it. Hang on.
Actually, it was pretty funny.
He headbutted it. Does that count?
there was no way I was going to get a stick on it or anything, and I just kind of jumped and threw my head at it.
He got pretty excited, too, afterwards. Shawzy went with it pretty good. I think he put on a heck of an act with the celebration.
I just made eye contact with Shaw, and he just raised his eyebrows. He knows it's in. He knows what he did. It never touched his stick.
As they say, when there's a questionable goal, you celebrate, you try and sell it, just make it look like you believe it.
The play is under review.
When it happened, no one really knew, is it a good goal? Are you allowed to do that?
If he headbutts it in, it's no goal. You can't score that way. So we are going to go. It has to be a legal fashion.
We were pretty sure it was going to get called back.
You got to propel the puck into net legally. You got a goal on the ice. No, we got no goal on the ice. Because he headbutts it in.
First he deliberately headbutted the puck in the net, no goal.
It should be allowed. I mean, it's a great play.
I've never seen that before. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's still entertaining. I'm looking forward to seeing that video.
As entertaining as Shaw's soccer-style goal was, the fate of the game still hung in the balance as the teams headed to a third overtime.
Sometimes it's just about feeling lucky. When you feel lucky, good things are going to happen.
Take that puck to the net. Standing around the net, walking ourselves.
We have a lot of guys that step up in those big moments and score those big goals.
To the line, Seabrook sends it left point. Now Oduya back over to Seabrook, right point. Fires! They score! Marcus Kruger! The Hawks win in triple overtime! The longest game in Chicago Blackhawks history is a triple overtime win!
Do you know this is the longest game ever in Blackhawks history?
Felt like it.
Despite the highlight reel heroics of Patrick Kane, Anaheim avenged a disappointing overtime loss with a victory in Game 3.
Anaheim lead it 2-1, but know this, lots still to be written in this series.
The Blackhawks had an opportunity to even the series in a familiar scenario.
And I guess we shouldn't be surprised here, Paul, as we go to the second overtime.
When you're playing overtime hockey, I mean, there's nothing better.
This would be the fourth double overtime or more game that Chicago has been involved in the playoffs.
We've been there. We know what it takes to win, and we know it's not going to be a pretty one.
Game one out in front! No! Another try! He's down! It's over!
And it was a huge game for us to tie it up. Like I said, though, we know that there's a lot of work ahead.
Well, the Western Conference Final is now a best 2 out of 3. And the distance between these two teams is as thin as the silver plating and the trophy that they are both chasing.
The last 3 games have all been decided by 1 goal. Fowler shoots, score!
Here's a shot, they score! Ryan Kessler in front of the Hawk net, deflects it past Crawford. A quick 2-0 lead for the Ducks.
Shot scored! Anaheim has scored their 3rd goal in the opening period of Game 5.
Overwhelmed after an Anaheim barrage in the first period, Chicago refocused and mounted a comeback, only to trail late in the third.
One of the things about our team is we play best when our backs are against the wall and we have something to prove.
There goes Crawford off to the Blackhawks bench. Down to Hossa, left wing corner to Taves. He shoots, he scores!
The Hawks are back to within a goal of the Ducks again.
Nice play.
Motionman coughed it up. Taves a shot. He scores! From the corner! How did he score that goal?
2 goals in a minute and 12 seconds, both with the goalie out.
And right there was a big belief for the Blackhawks that we found another way to do it.
And for the 3rd time in this series, we will go to sudden death overtime. What a shocking finish.
But this time, overtime success eluded Chicago.
Kessler moving in, shoots, save, rebound, score! 45 seconds in, and Anaheim wins Game 5. Unbelievable.
It's tough to lose a game like that, especially when you come back, but, I think we were confident in the sense that we were down 4-2. We scored a couple goals in the last minute. We're going into Game 6 in our building where we feel really confident.
Anaheim, 1 win from a series victory, leading 3-2. The door is partially open.
It was do or die tonight, and we knew we had to compete.
against a team like this. You just want to stay patient, kind of wait for your chances to come.
Kane darts into the slot, shoots! He scores! Oh, what a play by Patrick Kane!
We're just excited to get this one. It's definitely a good feeling at the end there.
This series is tied at 3 games apiece. And we will head to Southern California for game number 7.
For the second straight season, the Western Conference champion would be determined in the series finale. The disappointment of last year's loss to the Kings still resonated with the Blackhawks.
You know, be one goal away from going back to the Stanley Cup final. It is heartbreaking, but you know that sometimes that has to happen for you to learn and be better from it.
The Chicago Blackhawks are 1 win away from a return trip to the Stanley Cup final. 1 win, 1 huge win.
Early in the series, the stars of the Ducks were better than the Blackhawks stars. Getzlaf, Kessler, Perry, and you see what happened in the last 4 games of that series is where Jonathan Toews took over.
He was born as a leader, you know, you have to have something in you to deliver what he does at the right moments.
I've seen it in the regular season, I've seen it in the playoffs, I've seen it in the Olympics. It doesn't surprise me anymore. We're certainly lucky we have him as our captain.
Rashad scores! Taves!
You know, he went out and did that. You know, we followed him and we got the victory.
Back across Seabrook, drive, scores!
The Blackhawks are going back to the Stanley Cup final for the 3rd time in 6 seasons.
Hell of a series, man.
The Chicago Blackhawks will have an opportunity to win the Stanley Cup.
That's a hell of a series, man. Go, boys. Yes, bro. Don't touch it. No, don't touch it.
And they'll head to the final and open up game number 1 in Tampa Bay against the Lightning.
Fed it on a cross, Palat, he scores!
The Lightning are going to the Stanley Cup final.
It's an unbelievable feeling. We worked so hard to get here.
Yeah!
We have an unbelievable group.
The Tampa Bay Lightning beat 3 original 6 teams on their way to their appearance in the Cup final.
To the outside and drive, score!
Kucherov, Palat, he scores!
Then Bishop stood tall.
Feed up the middle, Carolina breakaway!
This group has worked extremely hard from training camp to get to this point. I can't express how excited I am and proud of these guys.
A resilient, brash young team from Tampa into the Cup final.
As the Stanley Cup final returned to Tampa Bay, so did the MVP from the Lightning's 2004 championship season.
Seeing the town again, it brought back a lot of memories.
The winner of the Conn is Brad Richards.
And just see the building rocking again.
The Stanley Cup playoffs move into the month of June, and just 2 teams remain.
Tampa's not intimidated by anybody.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Way to stick with it, kid.
They're too young to understand, I think, how big a situation they're in, so they're just going out and playing.
Lightning and David are young, they're ready to go, but Chicago's got the experience. It should be a dandy.
The final series opener usually starts conservatively. We'll see if that's the case.
You know, you play a team from the East until you get out there on the ice and kind of feel each other out. You really don't know what you're up against.
Game 1 was pretty tough right from the outset. I think Tampa Bay was fine. They came and sort of put us on our heels.
And a shot by Strawman, guided away by Crawford. Worked up front. Still taught by Killorn. It's taken by Stamkos and a shot blocked aside. Wow.
And I think we found out right off the bat, Tampa Bay's got a heck of a hockey team.
Tremendous start for Tampa. Absolutely no feeling out process so far.
Trying to jostle in and taking it. Buffalo got it to the back to Strawman. And the shot.
Killorn knocked the puck out of the air.
Tampa Bay Lightning were flat out dominant in the first period.
You gotta survive some tough scenarios where teams are in their own building, they're excited. Sometimes you just gotta be patient.
Tampa Bay is 9-0 when they get the first goal. Kane off the boards trying to get to the front of the net. Quick shot, nice save by Ben Bishop. He just robbed Brad Richards.
And then the pass comes up the wing. Brought back in by Stamkos. Save made by Crawford. It's in.
The two goalies starting to duel.
Beat it from. Oh, what a save made by Crawford on Stamkos.
Let's go, boys.
Quiet night for Vermette, Shaw, and Teravainen.
They were a different monster, you know. So team we haven't faced like that in a while.
They've been the prey and not the predator for most of the night. They can take comfort in one thing. They're just one shot away. They could steal this game.
Tampa has held teams to 20 shots or fewer. They have a shutdown game in them.
Corey was huge. He gave us that opportunity to try and find, something.
Now the puck comes off to center right. And a loose puck is picked up by Callahan. He's in alone. And Crawford the save.
We're after him. White, keep going here. Right now for the Chicago Blackhawks, there's certainly no panic, but there is a sense of urgency. Tampa Bay now 10 minutes without a shot.
Content to defend. We'll see if it comes back to haunt them. Now he spins trying to get to the attack. Teravainen shot. He scores! Teravainen gets the goal, but Duncan Keith made it happen. 1-1.
Dunk's made a great play, keeping the puck alive in the boards there, push it to me, and I just tried to shoot and made it through. I think there was Krugson in net, had a great screen.
Let's go get another one!
Moments later, Chicago's young star made another key play.
I can give it up for Vermette. Shot. Score! Antoine Vermette! Grab the loose puck near the high slot and rifle a wrist shot.
Finding a way to win is something they are all about. 2 quick goals out of nowhere, and everybody felt we stole the game.
2 seconds and 1, and the Blackhawks take game 1.
You know what we have to do to be successful, and we stuck with it.
Well, I think having won game 1, we wanted to really push and find a way to go up 2-0 and try and put the stranglehold on them, going home.
All the offense, but only 3 total goals scored. What will happen in game 2? Back below the goal line. Kucherov gets it in front of Tim. Oh, that hit the crossbar. What an opportunity there for the triplets line.
Again, makes a move, takes a shot.
Just as they had in game 1, the Bolts controlled the momentum early.
Good start, man. Good start.
However, the pace in this game was drastically different.
Here's Stamkos with Lorne. Save made by Crawford. Another try, and Crawford got back with his stick.
Come on, it's our puck.
Taves is alone. Stopped by Bishop.
Oduya back to Desjardins, top of the left circle. Sharp angle shot. They score! In front of the net, Andrew Shaw. We are tied at 1.
Be strong, boys. Be strong here. Want the puck here. Want it.
Patrick Sharp back to number 86. Now down low for Hossa. Hossa back to Teravainen, and he scores! What a shot! What a play! That's it! 2 goals in 2 minutes and 16 seconds by the Blackhawks on 3 shots.
It's 2-1 Hawks.
Well, we expected a little bit more pace, and there certainly has been.
Held off the score sheet in game 1, Tampa Bay turned to the triplet line for offense.
Johnson, Kucherov, and Palat. Lightning really need this line to find the form it had earlier in the playoffs.
They're a fun line to watch, but they're tough to play against.
Left point Garrison.
Shoot, score! Kucherov! Big bounce back goal for the Lightning. It's 2-2.
They got some big goals from them in game 2.
Johnson, 3-2.
And Bishop, we can tell, is still not quite right. He's not 100% right. It'll be interesting to see if he can finish this game. He's going to do everything in his power to be able to do so, but I'd keep an eye on Andrei Vasilevsky.
Hayes, high slot, hit the trailer. Seabrook moves in, fires, he scores!
What a shot! Regan, let's go! Regan!
Bishop would exit the game twice, and the Lightning rallied in front of his rookie replacement.
Center point Garrison.
Shoot, score! 4-3 Lightning!
They didn't need a lot of opportunity to get on the board, and we had to figure out we better stay patient or it's going to be tough to beat these guys.
Put this one behind us, we'll take the good things from it and really be excited to be back in our building and try and turn things around in our favor.
The Stanley Cup Final shifts to the United Center in Chicago, where the Blackhawks are 7-1 in this playoff year.
Go Hawks! Let's go Blackhawks! Let's go Hawks! Let's go Hawks!
Glad to be home because they've been away for 12 days and having their first Cup Final game since June 2 years ago.
Here we go, boys, here we go, right?
Well, for Ben Bishop, it's a strange couple of days, and there has been absolutely not a peep from the Tampa Bay Lightning room about what really ails him.
I thought we started pretty good, but they scored a quick goal.
Edmund zips it for Callahan down the right wing, across the line, right circle. Shoots, score! Callahan, an absolute bomb!
Oh my God!
After a goal, you gotta either try to get the momentum back if you got scored on or keep it and run with it.
And up the boards, and it's pushed back to Aguirre, and a shot, and now a basic rebound around in Freddie's way. Shot blocked by Hossa, who was tumbling. There'll be a penalty coming up.
I think by you doing what you did, you probably saved the goal.
Nice play here for Keith, cruising in for a shot. Save, rebound, chance, and that's deflected off Bishop and wide.
Hey, pass off the goalie.
Despite failing to capitalize on their earlier opportunities, the Blackhawks continued to pepper the ailing Lightning goaltender.
You see, Bishop, the way he got up there, he was slow to get up as the puck went from his left to the right.
Shoot the puck, the goalie can't stand up.
When you're playing and he's injured like that or something's going on, you're trying to get him to move, you're trying to get traffic in front, make it as tough as possible for him.
Over and back.
Blackhawks trying to get one back.
It's Shaw filtering it back. Hossa got it there. Handed it on to Richards. Richards fires.
Shots are 18-1 since the Tampa goal.
Tampa has to gain a zone entry, and they've got to get as many shots on Corey Crawford as possible.
There's a breakaway for Kucherov over the hot line. Down the slot. Beats it. Juice. Crawford came up huge.
They always make big saves in key moments, and it's always a good feeling to know that he's back there behind you if you mess up.
Late in the period, the Blackhawks turned to Corey Crawford again when a pair of undisciplined penalties put them down by 2 men.
Pivotal part of the game indeed, with 4:08 to go in the second period. A 5-on-3, and now Hedman comes down to the front of the net. Johnson shoots, and Crawford made the save.
It's to the back to Hedman. Then Johnson, then Hedman. Save, Crawford! Down low it goes again to Tyler Johnson. Johnson back to Stamkos with a shot here, and a save made by Crawford. And this crowd comes to their feet.
Re-energized by their penalty kill, Chicago entered the third period pressing for the equalizer.
Hayes with it. Great possession here for the Blackhawks. Big shot now it comes to Hossa. High shot again. Score! Brandon Saad breaks the tie, and it's 2-1 Chicago.
Sometimes it's a game of bounces, and some games you're getting more than others, and if the other team scores or you score, that next shift is probably one of the most important ones in hockey.
Kucherov looking at a knife in front, a little centering feed, loose. Palat score! Palat! Big bounce back goal by the Lightning! We're tied at 2! They didn't even finish announcing the goal!
We seem to do that every now and then where we'll give up some goals at big moments in the game, but Hedman made a great play to Puckett, and he tapped it in the net, so those things are going to happen throughout the series.
First time back-to-back games, in the playoffs, it wasn't easy, but we knew the series was long, and we knew we have to stay with it, and there's still lots of games to be played.
Entering Game 4, questions remained about the health of the Lightning's Ben Bishop.
I think we're in the same holding pattern as we were 48 hours ago. 7:20 puck drop. You'll get to see that.
55 days into the playoffs, and the games have taken their toll.
Ben Bishop did not take the ice for the warm-up. Andrei Vasilevsky, the 20-year-old Russian, led them out. He will be the goaltender tonight.
You see a big piece of their team in Bishop fall down. It can also be a little motivating to our team, too, to keep going and believe that we can win.
The United Center in Chicago, and Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final, with Tampa Bay leading the home side 2-1. Game number 4 in the United Center is underway.
Here we go, boys. Here we go.
Boston sharp drive, and a save made, and it's cleared away by Coburn. Callahan
gets free from his check. Callahan looks to the front. He waits, he holds, circles it, tries to stuff it in. It was blocked. Saad steps toward the net. He retrieves the stick. Then on to Kane, and a shot skittered moves off Callahan.
Marian Hossa with Duncan Keith throws the puck at the net. There's the second shot on goal, and there's a rebound.
Tampa Bay protected Vasilevsky, allowing only 2 shots in the first period. Desperate for offense, Chicago increased their attack in the second.
We were in the same situation in the Anaheim series, so we knew what we had to do to get back in this series.
Right back across. Oduya drive. Deflected off. Unbelievable. Gets it ahead and he moves right in. Sharp. Hit the post with the shot.
Johnny, the next one's going in, I promise you.
Knifed across now, and it's Hossa.
That's it. Put it at the net.
Hossa with a shot. Bought off.
Go to the net.
Rebound. Trapped down. Score. It's Taves.
Finally, a breakthrough on Vasilevsky, and Chicago has a 1-0 lead.
These shifts following goals are so important.
Oh, boys, big shift.
Valtteri Filppula in a pivot left corner. Shot came in on Crawford. Rebound. It's in! Score! I didn't even see it! Killorn put it in!
What a pass from Filppula.
And a huge goal by Killorn. And the Tampa Bay Lightning have tied it up 1-1, and there's your hero.
3-1 and 2-2 is the big difference, so we want to put ourselves in a good situation, and you don't want to drop 2 at home.
The teams traded chances in the third, relentlessly searching for an edge.
Here's Kane, wanting to go to the backhand, and then he has to turn forehand. Gave it back on now to Timonen. Moves in, fires, hit the post with the shot!
Oh, is that crossbar? Richards with him, Brandon Saad.
Saw some space, try to get to the net and use my body. And
Saad, who has the puck, takes it to the net.
The puck kind of bounced around and found a way to my stick, just try to connect with it, and I found a way in.
He's on his backhand, he shoots, he scores! This is a power move. Rebound control, puck control, but a dogged, determined shift by Saad makes it a 2-1 game.
When you talk about power forwards, Brandon Saad is certainly at the top of the list of the National Hockey League for sure with the way he's performed in these playoffs. I really believe he's the type of guy that can be a 30-plus goal guy and a 65-point-plus guy in the National Hockey League.
He's a beast on the puck, taking it to the net, using his speed. He doesn't look like the fastest guy, but there's not too many guys out there that are going to catch Sauter.
He's always striving to be a difference maker, and obviously it shows in those big games because he doesn't shy away from those big moments. He's ready to score big goals for us.
With time winding down, the Lightning threw everything they had at the Chicago net.
Played right back in deep. Thrown across to Hedman. Kodrak slipped one on goal, but he couldn't get it through.
We didn't play that well. We needed a win.
Empty net now down to our left. Comes to Killorn, hands it off. Oh, fired wide. It looked like a wide open net for Steven Stamkos. Oh, my God.
And we gutted one out. Crow stood on his head there in the third period.
Edmund there. Came inside the net one time. Tried fails for Stamkos. 2 seconds and one. One more time. Even series. Hawks win tonight 2-1, and we'll head to Tampa for game number 5 on Saturday night.
But Sauter, big goal for us.
Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final in Amalie Arena. It's the Lightning and Blackhawks. The winner of this game will have a chance to win the Stanley Cup in Game 6 at the United Center in Chicago. So needless to say, a pivotal game here with the series tied.
It's official, Ben Bishop is back in the Lightning net tonight. After missing Game 4, he's had 3 or 4 days to recover from whatever ails him.
We were kind of hoping he'd play because, we knew something was ailing with him, but still a great goaltender. As the series went on, it seemed like there was less questions about his health, and it seemed like he was fine there in the net.
Coming off a big high there, winning Game 4 at home, and it's an experienced team, been through a lot of play and a lot of big games. And you have to refocus and do a good job on the road because it's not over yet.
Here we go with a best of 3 for the Stanley Cup.
Now it's walked in by Versteeg. Versteeg shoved off, one-handed one in front, that's guided away. Teravainen into the back. Seabrook a drive, knocked down in front. Outlet pass knocked away, picked up a 10-2. Bishop the save. Kruger skates by now. Here's Duncan Keith with a shot. Bishop well out above the blue paint. The
shots are 6-0 Chicago. A much better start. Without question, the best of the final series. They win another faceoff. All five will start here with Hossa shot right through on the stage by Bishop.
That's a good play. That's a great play.
We had our best start of the series. Came out, played some zone time, had the puck in their end, had more pace and speed in their team game.
They're coming, eh? They got a good pace to them, eh? Yeah. They're on their heels a bit.
Gotta stay with our game. Eyes up.
Crawford hesitant. Gave the puck on. Kucherov couldn't put it in. What a big play that was. And getting up very slowly is Kucherov. He's hurt. Doubled over, heading for the bench.
He got up real slow, eh?
Go, let's go.
Pace behind the Hawk net, passing up the left wing, Teravainen. Over, sticking down, ice into the Lightning zone. The collision, Sharp with the gimme moves, and City scores! Patrick Sharp with his first goal in the final!
Bishop comes out to play it, runs right into Victor Hedman, and a slam dunk for Patrick Sharp.
I wasn't sure if the goalie was going to come out or not, and I didn't see what happened. I heard the collision and found myself with a pretty good opportunity, so I wanted to make sure I put that one in.
Kind of fluky situation, and Sharpie was in the right spot where he usually is, and we got that little bit of extra wind that we needed for that game. You know, with what happened with Crawford and Kucherov there, with Crow almost gave up the puck, and then a couple minutes later, Hedman and Bishop going back for it, and obviously there was some type of miscue there, and Sharpie capitalized on it, so a huge goal to get us that lead.
So a bit of adversity here at the start for the Lightning.
That was a huge goal for us. We always play well when we play with a lead, and that was a big goal for us.
Duncan Keith, the stretch pass. In comes Teravainen, and he missed the net.
That's the way, move it. Go, shoot everything.
Brendan Morrow takes the puck, put it to the near corner. Antoine Vermette picks it up, put it in front for a stick, shoots. Oh, what a save by Bishop.
I feel like we were getting our chances. We just couldn't quite find a way to open it up.
Halfway through the second period, it's still 1-0.
Guys, we need somebody to stay at the net. All the time, we need a guy at the net.
Anton Stallman will look to maneuver to the slot. A shot blocked. Rebound Garrett's left circle. Cross ice. Double. Score! What a play! Circle finishes, and it's 1-1.
Garrett play. The third period of game number 5 begins with the score tied 1-1.
Kirby, your line. Let's go. There you go, Kirby.
Schuster from the left wing board. Coughed up the puck for Met, put it in to center ice. Here's for Steve. Breaking into the Lightning zone down the right wing. He's hooked. He put it on goal. Save, rebound, score! Following up on the play was Antoine Vermette, and he snapped it in behind Ben Bishop. And the Hawks now lead the Lightning 2-1 with 2 minutes gone in the third.
It started in our end, and it was battling on the wall. We found a way to close it quickly, find a way to get it out. Chris made a good play.
Oh, what a play.
That line was great that game with Versteeg, Teravainen, and Vermette. So it was nice to see him capitalize on one there and get us the lead.
What a play, boys. Good goal. Huge goal.
The nervous building in Tampa now. Chicago with the 2-1 lead.
Johnson fed it back. Schuster took it there. Let it back one for a feed on. A shot by Stamkos. It's grabbed right out of the air by Corey Crawford.
Go, boys. He's coming. That stealer is coming.
Hawks make a line change, may get caught into the Hawk zone. Here's Hedman, top of the left circle, put it on goal! Turned wide by Crawford. That one was redirected in on goal by Palat.
Smart hockey, boys, here. Smart hockey.
2-on-1 for the Hawks. Now Versteeg put it over the line here. Teravainen with a shot, and a pick-off save made by Bishop.
Thought we did a lot of good things in Game 5. Played our best game in that series for sure, and over the first 4.
Tampa Bay trailing 2-1 in the game. Could be 3-2 in the series. Now the Blackhawks can sense how close they are. In the last minute of the third period, the goaltender's out for the extra attacker.
20 seconds left. We're done back to the point. Kept alive by too many men for Tampa.
They got 7 guys. Hey! They got 7 guys. Count them.
3 seconds. 2, 1. The Hawks win in Tampa Bay and take the lead in this Stanley Cup Final Series. 3 games to 2. The Hawks hang on and beat the Lightning here in game number 5, 2-1.
We knew going into that building we needed to steal it. And, we came out, we played great.
What a game, buddy. What a game.
The Hawks will have an opportunity to do something they haven't done in 77 years, and that is win a Stanley Cup. back on Chicago ice.
Never been in this spot. I'm sure it'll be crazy over the next 2 days in town. The buzz will be off the charts, and look forward to it.
A lot of people say, well, you know, you go in there, give big speeches, do you try and pump each other up? And at the end of the day, I think every single guy in that room is ready as they'll ever be.
Everybody inside of them knew, like, this is the biggest moment of their careers. Everybody could dream of to win it at home.
It just takes a lot of pressure off everything. You know that guys are going to be there and going to perform. You have tons of trust in what's going on in that locker room.
What makes this group is their action. Winners speak by their action.
You just go through the same routine you would do normally, treat it as a normal game.
The Chicago Blackhawks are only one win away from doing something they haven't done here in Chicago in 77 years, and something they've never done here at the United Center.
This could be historic for the Blackhawks if, in fact, they're able to win here on home ice.
Going into Game 6, that was like our Game 7. We needed to win that game. You almost become your own worst enemy because you want it so bad. Trying to separate yourself from all the craziness and just focus on hockey, focus on the game itself.
All day waiting and thinking is not the best part of it, but once you get out there playing, you're in the battle.
Here we go with the first elimination game of the Stanley Cup Final.
I think we were a little nervous starting the game. Mentally, they were fine. I just think they're just that nervous energy that we felt like, oh, we got to do it for our fans. Got to do it for our fans.
Relax, it's your puck, your brains. Relax.
Come on, get it! Steven Stamkos has had the most of anyone, 17 scoring chances, and here comes another maybe. A shot right off the pipe!
What's that middle?
Here he comes again. In front, the tip. Crawford saved it aside. Great chance that time for the Lightning. 2 on this shift.
But I think this has been a perfect start for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
It was just tight checking again, and they had a couple chances. Gross stood on his head.
Hard play, Jay, hard play.
Work back in deep, it's Hossa there.
What a save by Bishop. Outstanding save.
Still it, boys, still it. It's going to go in here.
Kane's got it, moves in front, put it on goal. There's Taves with a shot. Oh, and a kick save is made by Bishop.
The Bishop made a terrific save. Here's a shot, short side save by Bishop, and he holds on.
Valiant effort in goaltending by Ben Bishop. Clearly in distress, playing through it.
I put it on him all day.
They announced less than a minute now remaining in this first period. Here's Brad Richards. Wait, pulls the trigger and a left-hand save by Bishop.
Jabbed one back at the horn, and that is one.
Still searching for his first goal of the final, Steven Stamkos led an early second period surge for Tampa Bay.
Sharp pounding the puck and slapped back the other way. Could be a breakaway here for Stamkos. He gets to it. He waits. He shoots. Oh, what a stop and a rebound at the side of the net. What a save by Corey Crawford.
Settle down, boys.
Back to Drew, the basket, but oh, it's just missing. On a wide open net was Strawman.
Well, they're coming right here, boys.
What a surge by the Lightning.
An interesting 4 minutes to start the second period of a scoreless Game 6.
Tampa's manufacturing more than enough chances to win on the road.
We got to work harder here, Red. Come on now.
11:04 to go in the second. In the last 10 minutes of playing time, the Blackhawks have had no shots on goal.
Join here, one shift at a time, here.
Here's Shaw looking across. Bordejard cutting in and a diving poke save by Bishop.
That's the way, Red. Let's go now.
And on the end boards, Kruger heads it there. Hands it off for Sharp. That ends up back behind the net. Kruger has it again. Good pressure here. Sharp, another chance, and it's blocked up high on the glass.
It feels like a pivotal part of the game here as the Blackhawks have finally come alive in the second period.
Well, here we are late in the second period. It's tied. Anything can happen. You know the next goal is huge.
That's right back up to Kane on the wing.
Kaner's got such good vision and patience that I knew he was going to find me if I could get up the ice. Once I got the puck, I just tried to get it on net.
It's Kane the shot save.
All my momentum just kind of carried me towards the net, and the rebound was right there.
Rebound, he scores! The Hawks take a 1-0 lead on the Lightning with 2:47 left in period number 2.
I don't want to say it's going to be the defining moment of Dunks' career. He's certainly done a lot in his career and is going to do a lot more. But for Dunks to be the guy to step up and have that moment.
Duncan is an unbelievable player. He's an unbelievable person. He doesn't want to lose. He'll do whatever it takes to win. Passion and leadership and excitement.
he's a winner, really. To be around is contagious, and with the amount of minutes he logs and he can still contribute offensively and play well defensively, it's incredible.
People try to go after him. People try to hit him. People try to wear him down, try to get under his skin. Doesn't affect him, doesn't faze him. He moves forward.
The way he found his own rebound, I think, it just goes to show he was on a mission. He was the guy driving the bus.
It's the biggest goal of our season. We've got one. Corey's been unbelievable to this point, and hopefully we can ride him out for the win.
I'm not sure that anyone here is going to sit down for the third period. There is a celebratory anticipation at the United Center.
Bring back!
The last 20 minutes was hard. Emotions are running high.
Jonathan Taves leads the blue line. Chalmers shoots. Bishop the save. Posts on the rebound, and he can't put it by Ben Bishop.
We really try to focus and simplify and try to work hard, win your shift.
The crowd here at United Center appreciating the effort of this Chicago team.
And just keep it simple. Don't let the emotions get to you too much. Keep doing the things that got you there.
Past the halfway mark of period number 3.
The last 2 periods there, as far as how we played technically or check-wise or defensively, I thought we did it to a T.
Let's kill the clock. Clock's the enemy of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 12 more shifts in the Cup Reserves.
With time running out, an uneasy United Center was anxiously waiting to erupt.
Great play in the defensive zone by Sauter to strip the puck.
Back up with Kane. Drops it to Richards.
Sauter made a great play getting it back to me that gave me all that time, and I just wanted to, try to freeze the goalie as best I could, and I knew Kaner was over there waiting for it.
I think Richie just froze everyone, not only the goalie and the defenseman, but maybe everyone in the building too, and I was just kind of waiting for it. A great pass, and I just had to throw it in the net.
It's pretty amazing to go up 2 with 5 minutes left, and that went in. It was pretty exciting. As you could see, the celebration. I don't think I've skated that hard after an assist.
And that just might be Chicago's Chelsea dagger.
The chant is "We want the cup."
Don't think any of these 22,000 that are standing now will sit again for the rest of this game.
When Kaner scored the second goal, I knew we were going to win this. And then there was so much emotion, coming through my head, and it was hard to keep it in.
It's 1 goal achieved! The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup!
It's almost surreal at the moment. You've been visualizing this all your career, all your life as a kid, as a little guy.
It's just hard to absorb every moment. You want to hug everybody, you want to see everybody.
Is this for real, fellas? Is this for real? Hey, Dubs! I think you got some silverware coming.
The Conn Smythe Trophy goes to the most valuable player in the playoffs. The unanimous selection, Duncan Keith.
I think anybody that's ever won that trophy will always say the same thing. You don't win those awards without having great teammates.
He actually told me that morning skate that if we win, be ready.
I told Kimo, you're getting the cup first tonight, and that was it. I skated away.
The whole day was a mess because I was trying to focus on the game, but those things, they came up to my mind all the time. It was a roller coaster of emotions. I was dreaming about this, but you can dream about it, but many times that doesn't happen.
Come here, Kimo! Let's get it, baby! Let's go!
It means a lot to win, but I think it means so much more to grab the cup and hand it off to a guy like Kimo Timonen and be a part of that.
Go for a skate, baby! Go for a skate! Come on! Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Nothing better than that. Getting it to a guy like you. Thank you. I'll tell you, buddy.
It was just the coolest moment in my hockey life.
Lifting the cup this time was pretty special, being able to do it here in Chicago in front of our fans.
To be from here and to be the first Chicago-raised kid to win a cup with the Blackhawks is everything you've ever wanted in your life in that one moment.
I love Scotty Dar.
First time the group was together, it was just us, a couple girlfriends around. Second time we're all married, and now it's you look on the ice and everybody's got a family.
Thank you.
We're just saying this one's for Clint.
Yeah. I wanted it so bad for him. Thank you.
Look at this deal here. Is this ever a nice party?
Welcome to the Blackhawks 2015 Stanley Cup Parade and Rally.
What's up, Chicago?
Last time we did this, we were saying it was 2 and 4 years. Now we're proud to say it's 3 and 6. What a team, what a city.
Crazy animals.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to get to
Heavy corner.
Oh, it's dropping weight. You're going to love the ending. It's the best part.
You get that Darling jersey on camera? You don't see a lot of those.
Oh, man. I did not see that one.
I'm gonna bring out one of my friends, and he has something he wants to show you guys. Jonathan Toews.
We all grew up dreaming of winning the Stanley Cup, and we know this is amazing to be able to hoist this thing, but to do it on home ice and in front of you guys, in front of our fans, and to share this with you guys, the best fans in the world, it doesn't get any better than this.
So we don't got the belt here with us right now. We got to give it to the best player, voted on by myself, I guess, in Game 6. So I think Patrick Kane had a pretty good game. Everybody showed up, but this is really about Clint Rife and the Rife family. We hold him really dear to our heart. And this is his son, CJ, and he gets the belt from all of us.
Well, without you guys out there coming here, coming to the games, every game, cheering us on, none of this would be anything for us. Let's keep this red machine rolling, baby!
And here we are a third time, and I got to think of what to say and how to express how amazing this moment is. It's been absolutely incredible and a privilege to be in a locker room with these individuals, these guys. And we all know that we're a part of the best organization in sports in the world. And we play for the best fans in the world. And maybe the only way it does get better is if we win 4. Let's go.